Video chart on ticker symbol DCTH. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I've done this analysis in the past several times, so that's where these red lines and then the green lines are coming from. And after today, though, definitely updates need to be made. And the bears took a pretty big chunk out of things today. And if you've watched the past videos, then you should know kind of what I'm referring to and why I'm saying that. But before anything else, first thing I want to do is just a little house cleaning and go ahead and get rid of these lines up here. Sure, they still pertain to the chart, but they're not really relevant anymore given where the price is. And from a presentation standpoint, I don't want to have lines all over the place that can cause clutter and confusion. So just want to try to keep this as clean as possible. This first update, though, that needs to be made comes from a foundational principle in charting, which states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they tend to act as resistance. So 16 cents going into today was a key level of support, but now that the price has not only broken below it, but actually just continued to separate to the downside of it, this would definitely be considered an area of resistance. So with any sort of bounce to the upside, the first key hurdle that needs to be broken is 16 cents, and then the next resistance to keep an eye on after that would be the purple line there, which is the 50-period simple moving average. So from a resistance front going into next week, again, initial hurdle 16 cents, and then you'd want to keep an eye on that purple line up there, again, the 50-period simple moving average. Now, what about areas of support? Given that the bears pressed down through all these previous areas of support that I've been talking about, we now kind of need to go on a new search for some next potential areas of support. And for that, got to scrunch up the chart here just to bring a little bit more context to things. So where are some of these next potential areas where the price could find some buying interest and at least start to get some sideways price action? First area to keep an eye on, I'm going to say right down here around 0.127. So if you want to call it 12.5 cents, that's fine too. But 0.127, and that's just coming from back here in the history of the chart. You can see that there's quite a bit of buying congestion right around that point. So, if the price pulls back there, it'll be interesting to see if this sort of price history repeats itself. So 12.5 cents is much easier to say. But if you want to call it 0.127, that works too. But 12.5 cents, definitely that initial area of support. If the bulls cannot maintain above that, the next area of support to keep an eye on after that would be down there at the 11-cent mark. So big day for the bears. But the bulls got to get things together, so we'll see if they can do anything or not next week. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.